Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Fonzie's Garage. What are we doing today? Let's just say we're going to do something with the STI. Hang in there. Alright guys, in this video we're going to go ahead and get the STI put back up on the lift. We have some work to do with the rear suspension, have a little issue with the camber, so stay tuned with us. The nice thing about good old Northeast PA is you blink in the months of October, November, and December, it's 20 degrees. Then you wake up and it's 40 degrees. And then, if you're lucky, it's 70. See what we're working with here. Alright guys, we got the STI up on the lift, and basically what we're doing now, just trying to figure out what the best way is to go ahead and attack those struts, because we want to get those struts out of the car. We were told, and again, just stay tuned for this, the issue with the camber was the fact that there was 1-inch lowering springs on the struts. So we're going to go ahead and get the struts out. I do happen to have a pair of OEM springs that we're going to go ahead and we're going to put on this car, see if that makes a difference with the camber. This is 17-year-old us stuff right here. Tell me I didn't just do what I think I did and crush this. I sure the F did.
Where'd you go?
Small little details. No, I pinched the light. I'm just glad I didn't split it. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about the air hose. Probably are pinching the air hose. Hopefully no fuses are blown in this this take here. Alright guys, so what we're doing now is just getting those subs taken out of the back of the trunk there. We have to go ahead and pull out the carpet that's in there. There's also a plastic mat that's back there, prevents any type of, like it just kind of traps the water or anything like that. That should be in there, prevents anything from slipping. We're going to go ahead and remove that. What started all of this was I did a video a few months ago on swapping out summer wheels and tires with winter wheels and tires. When I pulled off that driver's side rear tire, that thing was pretty much shredded. I had gloves on, but even with the gloves on, it actually, you can feel the belt almost of the tire coming right through it. I'll try and include a picture in here, but it is very, 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 very bad. And basically what that is, it's the camber is off on the car. Unfortunately, there's no adjustment on these. So, you know, I took it to a shop. I had them do a four-wheel alignment. They basically told me that there was no adjustments in the rear because of the 1-inch drop from the strut for the springs that are on there. So that's kind of, you know, that's what stemmed, you know, what we're doing right now to try to get this thing to stand like it did right from the factory. Well, now that we're actually back in the trunk, there's 975,000 plastic tabs. Just kidding, not quite that much, but it sure feels that way. So basically what we need to do is we need to go ahead and pull back that carpet on the right-hand side, on the passenger side, and also on the driver's side. You can see right now I'm pulling that off. I believe I used the 14 millimeter on that to go ahead and loosen the two bolts that were on there to remove the struts. But you can see, like, I didn't want to go ahead. I didn't want to take off all of those clips. Just enough that I can go ahead and get a ratchet and the socket on there. And it's just two bolts. Go ahead and loosen those. We're going to do both, you know, on the passenger and, like I said, on the driver's side. And then we're going to go ahead and get the car back up in the air. And we're going to go to the lower control arm and go ahead and get that strut.
You have the e-brake on it, right? And it's in gear?
Yeah, well, like it's gonna matter until you're in here.
Yeah, but the front won't go forward. Okay.
Alright guys, first thing I want to go ahead and say is this air jack is fantastic. I mean, we've used this thing several times, but it makes life so much easier, especially when you're going to go ahead and you're going to focus on either the front of the vehicle or the rear of the vehicle. As you can see, we have both the left and the right tires up off the ground, passenger and driver sides up, so we can go ahead and try to knock this out in one shot. So what we need to do now is go ahead and take off the lug nuts. We're going to start on the driver's side. We're going to remove that wheel and tire, and we're going to go ahead and get this strut down and out so we can replace that spring.
Oh.
You've got to be like the dumbest setup.
I would do the other side, but I only have one set of keys. You get it, or you need me to do it?
No, I don't know. I'm one of those. I'm weird. Like, I know we have.
Power tools? I was gonna say, like I have a zipper that'll take that right off.
I know, but there's just something about running it out at 100 miles an hour going. I need to know the opposite side.
You need a wrench, don't you? Yeah, because that's just gonna spin.
Alright guys, so we have the driver's side wheel and tire off. You know, right now we're working on the lower control arm. So basically there's 2 bolts that need to come off. Actually, I'm sorry, 3 that need to get loosened. And basically what we're going to try and do is just go ahead and then knock that strut out of the housing so we can go ahead and get the spring replaced.
Sounding dumb. What's the possibility?
that get it out or no?
Have bushings in here because they have the sway bar end links.
Oh, he did the sway bar end links too.
Well, not necessarily if he did or
Right. Previous owner. Fall out?
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Still stuck? What if we
I'm gonna.
compress the tire, like the wheel? Like what if we jack this up? So I'm gonna go higher with the lift? Got it? Getting it back in is gonna be a bear.
Yeah, so is this one. Trying to get the hub out. So now, you're gonna have to try to loosen those two bolts that are in there.
Where? Oh, up top.
As I try to beat the rest of these out, I guess.
All right, let me,
Alright guys, so we finally got the strut out of the car. This next step, you need to be very, 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 very careful. So what we need to do is we need to get the spring off the strut, but those springs are under severe tension. So we have spring compressors. That's what's in Debo D's hand right now. We need to go ahead and get this spring compressed so we can go ahead and take off the plate on the top of the strut. Now I can tell you these particular struts are a little bit of a pain, and what I mean by that, there's actually an Allen key that sits in top of the nut. So you need to go ahead and put an Allen key in the top of the nut and then try and screw the nut out at the exact same time. I can tell you, if you don't have the proper tools for this, you're probably never going to get it off. We first started trying to just use like a regular wrench along with the Allen key, and that didn't work. So I have a socket set that are actually hollow on the inside, like it literally goes straight through. We were able to get that on the nut along with a pair of pliers and the Allen key itself, and we were able to spin these out. What a pain in the ass.
What do you think? I'm gonna have to say we're gonna have to try to do it this way and hope for the fucking best.
We're gonna have to go like this and channel
Oh,
lock
I
it.
know.
How tight do we go with it? That right there.
Yep.
At least we did the easy side. I'm gonna say, why is it the easy side? We have more room. Tweak it on that other side. Right. As he says, what you did. What he means is what he did.
I probably could to the other side.
It's black, if that helps. I think our battery's about shot on this. All right, guys, so that concludes the episode on the STI. Still have some issues with the camber on it. We put that stock spring in there, and it really didn't make a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get some lower control arms, adjustable lower control arms, because you can adjust the ones that are on this car. It's kind of like, basically, it is what it is. There's no adjustment whatsoever in the rear, a lot more adjustment in the front. We're basically going to go backwards, right? So there's going to be a part 2. We're going to go ahead and take the strut right back out and put on the lowering spring again. But then we're going to go ahead and put on these lower control arms. So thanks again, guys, for hanging in with us. If you like the content, please make sure you like, comment, and share. Thanks again.